Collection and preservation of crude drugs, special emphasis on leaves. You know that the crude drugs are the plants, animals or minerals drugs that consist of natural substances that have undergone only the process of collection and drying. It does not undergo any processes other than collection and drying. And these are the natural substances or their parts after collection undergo only drying by making into parts by cutting, slicing or peeling, etc. And also you have the study about the organized and also unorganized drugs. In case of plant products, the organized drugs consist of the different plant parts such as the seeds, fruits, leaves, barks, woods, etc. And examples are the seeds of Nux vomica, Nigella, etc. Then fruits of pepper, cumin, pomegranate. Then leaves of neem, tulasi, hydrocotyle, and the rhizomes of ginger, turmeric, ecorus, etc. We utilizing the various drugs in fresh as well as dried forms, and we obtain these dried forms in markets very abundantly. For this, natural drugs undergo various steps to obtain crude drugs. In every types of crude drugs, there are commonly 5 steps are involved. They are: first, collection; second, harvesting; third, drying; fourth, garbling or dressing; and fifth one is packing in storage. It is the packing and storage. These are the 5 common steps of collection and preservation of crude drugs. In case of collection, it is the collection time should be the drugs which contain the maximum concentration of active principles of or phytochemicals or chemical constituents. So it depends upon the drug which contain the maximum concentration of active principles, and it's vary depends upon the plant parts and its weather, time, etc. Then second step is the harvesting. Harvesting by means of mechanically or by using the mechanical devices such as the diggers, lifters, etc. Then the drying. Drying is also very important, and it's mainly 2 types: the natural and the artificial drying. Natural drying, which involves the sun drying or shade drying, etc. Then artificial drying, which by using vacuum dryers, etc. Then garbling or dressing is the removal of sand, dirt, some extraneous materials from the drum is the garbling or dressing. Then packing is packing and storage is very important, because by packing and storing it's resist the fungal attack. So the packing and storage is very important. Let us start with the collection and preservation of leaves. Collection and preservation or storage of the plant materials for medicinal purposes play an important role in the quality of the crude drugs. First steps: collection. Collection of leaves. Leaves are collected from the plants during the flowering period, when the plants reach its maturity. In this time, the plant is very active. The sap movement and photosynthetic activity are maximum, and the leaves contain maximum percentage of active constituents. The weather and the time of collection is also very important. In case of weather, dry weather with the minimum humidity is ideal in most of the cases of plucking the leaves. And the time, most probably the time of the plucking leaves is afternoon. For example, digitary leaves are collected in dry weather, generally in the afternoon, and the cocoa leaves are collected when they are nearly ready to fall from the stem, and the discoloration of leaves is undesirable. Then in case of senna leaves, we already studied that the senna leaves are plucked from the 3rd month of the old plants, and the second plucking is after 40 days, and the third plucking after another 40 days, along with the fruits, because the fruits also contain the anthraquinone glycosides. That is, the dry weather with the minimum humidity is ideal, because the moisture which decreases their active constituents. So it's very important that the dry weather with the minimum humidity. Age of the plant is also should consider, because the concentration of biologically active principles varies the stages of plant's growth and development. The second step is the harvesting. It is an important operation as it reflects upon the economic as well as the efficacy of the crude drugs, so that the harvesting can be done efficiently in every respect by skilled workers, and it's most probably by mechanical means. For example, the senna leaves, aloe, white saudi, etc. are plucking by means of mechanicals. Then why we call it? Because of its skilled workers, because the identification is also very important in case of collection of plants, and the name of plants vary from one place to another, and also different plant species may have the same local name, so experienced skilled persons or workers should collect the drugs. Harvesting method is characteristic of each drug. This digitalis, senna leaflets, and betel, pala indigo leaves are picked up individually from the plant. In case of ringworm shrub, vitex, etc., the leafy shoots are cut, and after drying the leaves are separated by beating. In solanaceous plants as belladonna, then other plants basil leaves with the flowering tops are collected. If the leaves contain volatile oil, irrespective of other factors, they are generally collected when the plant is rich in volatile oil content. The leaves of aloe, that is the aloe vera, are collected when they are sufficiently thick. Generally, the leaves are best collected during daytime and when the plant is about to bloom. The fourth step is drying. The fresh leaves contain about 50 to 60% of water and they are dried after collection. Some medicinal preparations demand fresh leaves, but most of the other preparations require dried leaves. The drying is very essential for keeping the leaves for longer time and also to acquire better therapeutical properties. Drying consists of removal of sufficient moisture content of the drug so as to improve its quality and make it resistant to the growth of microorganisms. And also it inhibits partially the enzymatic reaction. The leaf drugs are dried at low temperature and as quickly as possible. Depending upon the type of chemical constituents, drying can be varied. There are mainly two types of drying methods, that is the natural drying and artificial drying. Natural drying includes the sun drying and also shade drying. In tropical countries, leaves may be dried in shed to maintain their green color, but shed with heating arrangements and forced ventilation are also used for drying. During drying, because of the loss of moisture, shrinkage or contraction occurs and some leaves become crumbled. Small leaves like senna indigo or succulent leaves are not affected much by drying and they maintain their shape. Thus, the condition of the dried leaves may be different according to the methods of preparation, drying, and the nature of the leaf. Air drying is the best method of drying leaves. Drying at higher temperature will destroy plant ingredients. For these purposes, that is for air drying, spread the leaves are cleaned on cleaned flat surfaces by thinly and also evenly. Drying can be done by artificial method, especially in the rainy season. Drying in specially constructed heated sheds or drying chambers is now one of the common methods of drying leaves. The great advantage of this method is that producer has complete control of the conditions and is unhampered by difficulties arising from the changes in the weather. The third step is garbling or dressing. This is the removal of sand, dirt, and other foreign organic parts from the drugs. Otherwise, it adversely affects the quality of drugs. So, the clean plant parts of soil, free from soil and also dust. And plant that may have been exposed to pesticides should not be used. If you have no other choice, they should be washed properly in clean water and clean and wash the plants as quickly as possible to avoid damaging them. The last step is the packing and storage. The leaves after drying are graded depending upon the broken and entire leaves and also depending upon their color. Tossing and sieving are also done in many cases. Packing is very important in order to maintain the quality and potency of leaves. So leaves should be packed in airtight containers protected from light and moisture. Storage consists of the packed dried leaves are kept in a cool, dry place away from sunlight. Label the container properly with the name of plant and the date when it was collected. Do not use any stored herbal plants which has molds or fungal infections or is discolored. So the collection and preservation of the plant materials or crude drugs or rares or any crude drugs for medicinal purposes play an important role in the quality of the crude drugs, and also lastly it affects the quality of the medicine. Thank you.